remain in me, and I will remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself, but must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. He just wants you and me to bear fruit. Okay, so that's their parable. We're going to push pause on their parable, and we're going to do on with ours, which you don't know yet. But it is one that I think will make some sense to you. He's saying is to remain. What does it mean to remain? It means abide. Okay, great. What does that mean? Stay, right? It needs to stay, to continue, to remain, to stay and continue. Okay. I'm going to tell you, you all know what this is, right? I don't have to explain this, right? Cell phone, right? I'm going to tell you, most people, I think a lot of Christians, we live our lives like cell phones. And we're not supposed to. And the thing about a cell phone is this, is that, pull out your cell phone real quick. And go ahead and get it so you can see the screen. Look at your cell phone, and depending on your phone, but probably in the top right corner somewhere, you got a battery. You got a battery life. How's your battery doing? You're at 65, I'm at 59. Anybody lower than that? Yeah? Someone's at 14. Uh-oh. Anybody at like 90? Oh, look at you all. Look at you all. So here's the deal. You know what happened is, some people plugged their phone in more recently than others. You 90% people, you plugged in most recently. You 14% people have been away from the plug for a while. And you 59% people, that's me. I'm still 59, that's good. So I'm halfway, right? And now Siri's bringing some stuff up. Okay, so here's the deal. What happens is this. We live our lives this way. This is a charger. We plug ourselves in. We spend some time with Jesus. In lots of Christian communities, we say, have a quiet time. Spend some time with Jesus. We plug ourselves in. When we plug ourselves in, it might be 15 minutes, might be a half hour, might be an hour. Hey, if it's really good, we just soaked in it. And we were there for a few hours, we just kind of soaked in it. It could have been through worship, could have been through prayer, could have been through interacting with some people. And we soaked in it. We got a good charge. Now, for me, this really didn't work at all, because if I just eject right now, I stay at 59. So I still have to stay for a little bit. But what happens is this, we stay for a while, and then this is what we do. We unplug, and we walk around thinking we're good. And then we walk around until we start to feel like, hey, I need to get some more of that charge. And our life is like this. Plug in, plug out. Plug in, plug out. Plug in, plug out. If I keep doing that, I'm never going to get to 100% anyway. And even if I am at 100%, once I unplug, I'm on my way down already. I don't want to feel good about my spiritual life being, I'm going down already. So that's one way. But see, what God's saying here is we want to remain. So, Ann, if you don't mind, could you turn that light switch off for us real quick? So, I know technology has changed a little bit. We got cell phones. This is a little bit more old school technology. We got a lamp. So in order to make this lamp work, it's got to be plugged in. It's the only way it works. And what I think God's really trying to tell us is, you're not a cell phone, you're more like a lamp. And you think you're like a cell phone, but you're really not. You're really this lamp. So while you think you're walking around with a charge, while you think you're walking around with something, reality is you can do nothing, you are nothing, you got nothing, because you're not really plugged in. So what lots of people do is they unplug, thinking they're a cell phone, but they're actually walking around like this. Hey, you want some light? I got some light right here. You're like, no, you got nothing. You're walking around like this. Like, I feel really good about my Christian life. I feel really good about what God's doing in my life. I feel really good. And then what we think is that the things that we do are really dependent upon us. That's what we think. Now, the reality is, you got to be plugged in. You know what's a little bit hard about this? You can't go very far. If you're plugged in, you can't get away. If you're plugged in, you're always kind of connected. And this is more what Jesus wants us to live our lives like. Always connected. Because he never wants us to get far from him. He always wants us to feel him, to always know that he's with us, to always know that we're connected, to always to feel that tether, to feel like he's the one driving it, to feel like he's the one that's creating the light, to feel like he's the one who's doing the work. And all we're really doing is we're walking around with him and saying, hey, where do you want this to go? We're supposed to be the lamp. But a lot of times we live like a cell phone. We think we can plug in and unplug and walk around and do something. We can't. What Jesus says is remain. Remain in me. See, apart from me, you can do nothing. But if you remain in me, you'll bear much fruit.